We're gonna. You know what I was thinking? Do you guys listen to other podcasts?
Yes.
So I listen to like 3 or 4 or whatever, and I think what we should do just for fun, and this is just so that way then we can cross tag as well.
Yeah.
Is copy their intros.
Okay.
Of the podcast that we actually enjoy. Okay. So like whatever like bit, because all the ones that I listen to, they have a little bit that they actually do at the beginning before it kicks off.
Yeah.
And so I think we should start like just a little series where we copy each one and then just
I mean it's nothing like ripping off and riding on coattails.
Well, I wouldn't call it riding on coattails. I'd say dragging them down.
Yeah.
Incredibles 2 said not to wear a cape, right? Or Incredibles 1.
I might have to cuss then if that's the case.
That's all right. You did good with the beat. We got
I know, right?
We got Adam with that last one. Foul mouth.
Slices.
Go ahead.
What?
Kick off the music.
Okay.
Okay, so what? It was recording that whole time
For 1 minute and 6 seconds.
Because I was almost ready to cuss.
Gotcha.
But you didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
So, hello and welcome to another episode of In Our Honest Opinion. I am Will, and joining me as usual is
Marvin
and Adam.
Yay! Woo! Is this episode 7? I think of season 2. Look, update Apple Watch again. Thanks.
Yay!
That's
that beta life for you.
Yeah, for real.
Crap, we're at 7.
Is this episode 7?
I don't know.
Today we've got a bunch to talk to you about. We're going to talk
Awakens.
about the new. Oh no,
yeah, the good one.
Yeah,
Awesome film.
The Worldwide Developers Conference from Apple. We're gonna ask Marvin some questions about Godzilla.
Gojira.
Sorry. You're right. Some trailers, about 4 or 5 of them to go through, and our spoiler-filled Aladdin review. Don't worry, we'll give you our spoiler-free impressions first, and then we'll let you know when we're gonna drop all the. We're gonna
take you on a
stuff.
magic carpet ride.
Yeah, but before we do that, Marvin's gonna take us. That's twice I've done that.
What the crap, man?
That's twice.
Let Adam do it.
Marvin, you've got something to say to the people.
You're right. I do have something to say.
Take it away.
Say it, man.
Let them fight.
Let them fight.
Let them fight.
There's the how it should have ended.
Oh, yes.
Do it over.
Well, we can go ahead and we can move.
Fight.
Let them fight.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating, written text review, because we want to get certain things from people. And what are those things, Adam?
Digital hugs.
Yeah.
And money.
So I play softball.
Exactly.
I play softball with one of our listeners, or one of our newest listeners. And
shout out to newest listener,
Bernie. Shout out to you, Bernie.
Hey. Shout out to Money.
And sure enough, when
Bernie Money,
that's how he broke it to me that he started listening to the podcast. Is he goes, "Are we gonna get digital hugs today?"
Yeah.
And I was all like, "Oh, nice."
The digital hugs.
Yeah. I've been listening for a couple weeks now.
All right, this is what we got to do. If we start doing more merch, we got to have a shirt that says digital.
Just digital hugs. Yeah. I think that could be part of the next batch. Actually, yeah. Make it 8-bit.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that says that's very IOHO.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
There it is. You heard it here first. Let's start with the comments. We do have actual comments on YouTube, which, by the way, for everyone who's been listening on YouTube, thank you so much. It's actually been taken off a little bit. Bracaris got a nice little run.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with that. But
not a run like Cersei and Jaime Lannister. If they ran 30 feet to the left.
Yeah, if that, right? I think if he had rolled over twice, he'd have been okay. Jaime, at least. I don't know about Cersei.
I don't know.
You're forgetting. They were able to climb to the top.
Oh, that's true.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
that's true.
it doesn't.
They had it.
Dude, it really doesn't matter. So.
It's still funny, though.
Do I sound weird to you guys? I don't know.
I
I just sound weird in my ears. I don't know.
I'm not in the ear today. What about you?
You sound like Marvin to me.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Maybe it's just in my own head. I don't know.
Is it catching you off guard?
Maybe.
Testing.
Oh, it's because I hear myself in both ears. That's why.
Oh, it's catching you off guard.
You can hear yourself in both ears because you're only using one.
Oh.
That's why it sounds weird. It's like, why does it sound weird?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sound like that to me.
That's technical stuff going on over here.
Holy crap.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
Okay.
Oh, look at
So,
that.
yeah.
In both ears.
No, it's weird
Perfect.
because you got the ears closed type of
Exactly.
thing, so.
All right, on to the topic.
Yeah. No, actually, it's on to the comments. Opus
oh, yeah.
Garza hit us a few times on YouTube. Ew. Let's pull that up.
Yeah. Good call.
I had it here. So, first thing he said,
I'm gonna
Spawn.
take that out.
This was on
There we go. Oh,
last
there we
week's
go.
episode,
Yeah.
Trailing Opinions. Spawn agreed with Adam. Be thankful what you got, Todd McFarlane. Great comic, awesome characters, dope action figures, which I can completely agree with, and a horrible 90s film that I still love to watch. You guys ever see the fan film of Spawn? And then he included the YouTube link.
I did not see the fan film of Spawn.
You have,
It-
actually.
Have I?
So I went back and
it's
watched
good.
it.
You're talking about the supermarket one?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the one I watched.
The kid in the middle of the
watched years
supermarket
ago.
aisle. Yeah, it's
Oh.
years old. We have seen
oh
it.
my goodness.
Yeah, shout out to Opus Garza, by the way, for even like reminding us of that.
Definitely shout out because I didn't even remember that.
Neither did I. I was like, what's he talking about? And then clicked on the link and I was like, oh, I have seen this.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. It's the mother of the child or whatever is a witch.
Yeah.
And she does this like awesome thing where all of a sudden she just sets everything on fire. And for a low budget, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
YouTube thing, like it looked really good.
It's very impressive for what it is.
What they pulled off, yeah, for sure.
like the Thomas Jane fan film of Punisher.
Punisher.
I loved that one.
Yeah, that was good
Or
too.
the,
that didn't get
Or
anything
the
done though, did it?
the Eddie Brock one, which was cool too.
That one wasn't bad.
I don't
s-
remember that
Venom
one.
one?
I still enjoy that,
Venom.
and it's funny because I actually have to search for it because
Yeah.
it's
I was
tough.
just thinking
It's
about that
tough to
one.
find sometimes. Like
Yeah,
it'll
especially when you're out with your family. You just want to watch some of those fan films.
Yeah, what episode was that? That people need to go back and that's a drinking game. If
Yeah.
we've ever done one,
Yeah.
just every time you hear family, go ahead and take a sip.
Yeah.
I think that was the Avengers review, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
I don't remember.
All right. Next comment from Opus Garza said, agreed with Adam again. I don't care for this Spider-Man either. Homecoming was boring. Tom does an unskilled and cowardly version of Spider-Man.
It hurts my heart.
You're the resident like Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you've probably read more comics and watched more shows, both
Yeah.
animated and real. Like,
Yeah.
do you like really feel like he's
I was gonna say Marvin probably has seen them all.
yeah,
I would think.
Yeah.
even the old school, right? Spider-Man.
I own it.
Spider-Man. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, I
There
own
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like he plays it as a cowardly version of Spider-Man?
He plays it as a Spider-Man who's learning to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I know there's some things I don't like about it, like how much he relies on Tony.
Yeah.
That aspect I don't really like as much.
You want some of that purist, hey, I made it myself.
Exactly.
Because he doesn't come off as smart
doesn't
as
come off as a
previous
genius,
Spider-Man
no.
at all. Yeah, exactly.
Well, they just
Spider-Man.
kind of it gets glossed over because he made the web shooters. He did all that stuff on his own, and it just gets kind of overshadowed because of Tony.
yeah.
So I'm hoping with the new one they'll be able to kind of fix that.
In the new trailer, that shows him with a hologram of something like
Yeah.
Spider-esque on
Yeah.
his wrist. I don't think he's gonna get away from it.
Yeah, and that's the part that kind of bugs me a little bit. Is like,
Yeah.
you can be without this because you could be a hero without the suit.
You're right.
Yeah.
And I agree. I mean, that does take a little bit from it, but
Yeah.
I think he does a good job.
I'm gonna say that Mr. Opus Garza is awesome.
He's on
He's
fire.
an awesome dude.
Yeah,
and I'm
I
just
agree
gonna
with that.
say-
This one just hurts my heart just a little bit.
and the last one from him again. Adam loved the Hateful Eight. Thoroughly enjoyed the miniseries 4-episode version 2.
Just 3 shots,
Yeah.
man.
Dang.
Just goes straight after you, Marvin.
Double tap. Thought we were friends.
All that content he wanted
I
from
know.
you, and then he's all like, "Say ah."
Yeah. It's because I didn't deliver on that content yet. That's
Yeah. Hateful Eight I did enjoy, and Adam, I commented on this one on your behalf actually, but you actually saw the miniseries version in theaters, right?
More or less, I guess.
It's because you were saying it's the extended shots. You had an intermission.
There's definitely extended shots and stuff throughout. It is a little different from what I saw.
Oh, okay.
I think this actually has more content
Oh, really?
than
Okay.
than the one that I saw. Yes.
Nice.
Interesting.
Did you
Because
finish the miniseries out?
I did not yet.
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I got one more episode to go. I like the extra little content that they put on there.
Yeah, it's
Was that not connected?
It seems like it might have been a little bit off. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why we got the echo
I
last
don't know.
week.
Maybe we'll find out after 10 minutes into this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice little extended shots
Yeah.
from the I guess Blu-ray version or whatever you want to call it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it so far.
But here's hoping that they actually release that on Blu-ray or something.
Steelbook.
So
That's
so
what
that,
you want.
so that I'm
That's
not
what
going to
he
have to
needs.
watch it on Netflix, and
Yeah.
I know that that's a Netflix exclusive right now.
Yeah.
But I
What
would
are we
really
talking about again? I just totally phased
The
out.
miniseries
I
for
just started thinking
Hateful
about the
Eight.
equipment. Oh, gotcha.
It's bugging you, right?
It is.
It should. It's bugging me. But it'll be all right.
But yeah, hopefully we actually get a release.
True.
I
So-
sometimes need a release after those
Yeah.
long days. Yeah.
You took
Okay.
away my my burp. You bastard.
You just come home and
Yeah, man.
pop a Miller High Life.
Miller High
Yeah.
Life.
That too.
Because it's the champagne of beers.
Exactly. Just when I come home.
Woo.
You've had a tough day.
Yeah. I need a Miller High Life.
The 1 second commercial.
I just need my hands full.
Oh, where the dude just randomly
Yeah,
yelled
just yells a High Life and then done.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
good.
"Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Today was the Worldwide Developers Conference for Apple, which is where they announce all their big things for iOS, Mac OS, and they actually announced a new computer.
The Mac Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
So they haven't announced, and I read this, they haven't announced a new computer in, I think, 7 years is what I had seen, which is crazy.
When was the last Mac Pro announced?
Yeah, not, what is 7 years ago?
Was it 7
2012?
years ago?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
It was the one that looked like a little trash can?
Yeah. It was an
Yeah.
adorable. This thing's behemoth.
Expensive?
Yeah. What is it? $6,000?
$6,000.
$6,000.
Starting at $6,000.
Ugh.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
New Mac
about that.
Pro. So you're gonna no, you're definitely not. $5,999. The all new Mac Pro. It's for professional filmmakers and musicians who need the power possible in a Mac. All the power possible
Yeah.
in a Mac.
Yeah.
It
Better come with Logic and Final Cut.
bro, this thing is as industrial as like you could ask for, I guess. Like the whole design to it is just like this just metal, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing that
Yeah.
screams like fancy,
No.
sleek. They're all like, this is a workworkhorse.
Yeah.
And
this
that's
is
it.
here for one thing.
Yeah. To do work.
It's here to play World of Warcraft on it.
Yeah. It was here to play Fortnite.
So it's
Oh,
six,
it's Fortnite now.
Yeah, it's Fortnite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Fortnite.
good.
Crap, man. I'm stuck to
Yeah,
7 years
because
ago.
that game needs 32 gigs of RAM, an 8-core Xeon processor, and a 256 hard drive, right?
Bro, you need that
With a
draw
Radeon
distance.
Pro
You need
graphics
that draw
card.
distance, man.
My
So
God.
you can get snipe those headshots and do orange justice.
And
Yeah,
then
I
you
think
can
those
get
are terms.
Is that-
don't know.
is
I
that
think there are terms. I don't know.
Sure, why not? Somebody
Digital
correct
hugs.
us.
Family. I'm just gonna start dropping everything.
Yeah. They also announced
All of that is in Fortnite.
a
Yes.
6K Pro display for another $5,000.
Okay, so
So we're talking 11 grand. Okay. So you get a 6K. How big is the display?
32-inch monitor, by the way.
So you can get all 32 inches,
Mm-hmm.
and then
But it's gonna cost you. I don't play.
Wow.
okay, so the monitor is separate, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So $11,000, and you can have the strongest desktop, available by the time it releases. Fun, right?
Let's see.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's. I mean, it's cool that they finally dropped the computer out there, but it's just. I don't know, man.
You can get that, or maybe a Nissan Versa.
For $11,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I know one is going to outlast the other.
Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, it's the Mac.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Holy
So,
cow,
I mean,
man.
let's start
So
weighing
one of
what-
those is 11 grand well spent. The other
Yeah.
one's a gamble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
You get a 2009 Chevy Aveo for $8,000, or you can get
But you're not going to be able
Mac
to
Pro.
process raw 4K or 8K video on a desktop
Oh,
running
no.
in real time.
This 2012 Volkswagen Jetta with 76,000 miles.
Oh, yeah. I'm good. Obviously, this is way out of our price range. As
it's,
pretty as it is,
It's insane, and I mean, like,
Why are you lumping me into that, saying it's out of my price?
you got
range?
11 grand to drop on a.
I could
You could.
pour myself out to like for $1
Yeah.
to 11,000
Yeah.
people.
Okay,
There's a
so-
street not too far from here where you can put in some night work,
It's true.
So-
and it's an
let-
easy commute
or
to and
early
from home.
morning work.
Yeah, true.
Let's be honest. There's a possibility that we could probably
Pull
get
this off.
I don't know. We could
But-
use set up a Patreon,
But-
set up
yeah.
a Kickstarter.
Yeah, sure. If
But-
you guys will put this on my desk, I'll gladly start up a Kickstarter.
I will do whatever content you want.
yeah, for real. Go ahead. Sorry. What were
But
you
no,
gonna say?
I'm just saying, like, I can't see a lot of people spending that unless you're like working at Pixar or some crap.
Yeah.
Where they just buy them for the entire crew.
And of course, at these things, what they always do at the WWDC,
Yeah.
which I just learned today, they refer to as dub. I've never once heard that term, but supposedly that's what they've been calling it for years. So, dub.
Okay.
They went ahead and showed you that they connected like 5 or 6 of these things, and then like 7 monitors of these, $5,000 monitors, and they're like, and it'll all run everything
And
across whatever. And I'm like, oh, what?
I mean, for some reason, I'm just
Close to
thinking,
$100,000 worth of equipment. I'm good.
I'm thinking that they just created Skynet right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, on accident too.
Yeah.
As a tech demo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I mean, that's why Siri sounds more like human.
Realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's actually switch over to stuff that's a little bit more feasible for at least me.
How sweet would that be, though? Skynet
To be loved by you?
with Siri's voice.
I know. I mean, how much can you get for a kidney?
Maybe like 500. Yeah, you're
All
screwed. Yeah,
Oh, you're
Right.
you're
I didn't have to say it'd be my kidney.
Yeah.
I mean,
true.
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Live studio audience not volunteering.
I'm just gonna grab a random kidney.
It's like, hey, you need both your kidneys?
There's some neighborhoods not too far where we can go ahead and harvest.
Just go up on
Anyways,
Tinder.
so so they announced a couple big things, right? iPad OS. I think we all have newer iPads, right?
Yes. Not the newest new.
I mean, mine's a
Yeah, not the iPad Pro. I don't have that thing.
Mine's like a 2017. I want to say.
I'm a broke
Gotcha.
college student.
And then ours is what, early 2018? Is that?
I think so.
Yeah, that's the one that. Oh, that's right. You got the one that's
Yeah, mine-
just before Apple Pencil.
Mine is not pencil compatible.
No.
That's so shisty on their part.
Yeah.
And then
It
I
is.
felt like you when I found out that the new Apple Pencil came out, and I was all like, "That thing's awesome." Doesn't work with my iPad.
Dude,
No.
no joke.
Such crap.
there
Looking at
was-
yours all angry.
Like
there
it did some too.
there was one time where I absolutely had to have GoToMeeting on my iPad. I was
Yeah.
doing a meeting
Oh, you're
from
reminding
home.
me of work. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
no, I was
look
doing
hurt.
I was doing work from home, and I swear to God, because I started downloading it like an hour before the meeting,
Ugh.
and I was thinking that it wasn't gonna finish at that point in
Oh,
time.
good God, that's good.
Yeah, I was freaking out.
No bueno. So with the new
So it's slow, is what I'm
Can you send me
saying.
the connection to the bridge?
to the bridge with Captain
Yeah.
Picard.
Go to
Ugh. So, anyways, with the new iPad, they actually announced that now they've broken off the iOS for it,
No.
and now it's called iPad OS. Which okay, they did a lot of breaking off today. The iTunes, iTunes is no longer on the desktop. Did you guys ever actually find it to be too cumbersome? I guess
No.
that's
No,
the
It
hint
was great.
that they
Yeah.
were. That's what they were getting at when they were doing
And this isn't like the break off where we're getting 2 Christmases and stuff like that.
it. Yeah.
This is bad.
No, this is like no Christmas in here. Here's a pile of crap.
And they did. So they
on your
broke
face.
they broke it off into three apps. So it went from iTunes to what was the other one? So Apple TV,
and podcasts.
Apple Music, and podcasts. Yeah, crazy, right?
Why?
Yeah,
it sucks
Why?
because it was nice to have everything right there.
It was.
That's the one thing that like blows my mind. Oops, sorry. So that was the one thing that blows my mind. That you could hear on both sides.
Yeah, there was a spike right there.
That was weird.
But it's crazy that it went from just like being this one application that you can handle multiple things through, to now you have to go searching for it, and then to sync your phone, like no prompts even come up anymore. You have to jump in a Finder to go do it. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them getting rid of it.
Looks like I'm going back to Android.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to break the cycle again. It's going to take 4 years and then I'm coming back.
Switch back.
I was gonna say you're pretty far into Apple now again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I know, but I think this time you are way deeper in than you were before, Marvin.
We're talking about as I look at my Apple Watch and pull the news up on my Apple TV.
Yeah. I wake up in the morning and tell my HomePod to tell me the news as I mosey on
I
out
don't
of
have
bed.
one of those yet, so I'm good.
So yeah, I've not
Give it
not,
time. Give it time.
Let's see. I have no desire in getting a HomePod.
HomePod, yeah. It was a gift,
Yeah.
and it is a pretty little thing. I
You love
definitely
that
find some
surveillance.
use to it. Yeah.
I mean, it's cool and everything. I just have no use for digital assistants.
Yeah.
Yet.
So, with the new iPad OS, you've got
Skynet in my home.
mouse support. Of course, threatens them with a knife. Mouse support, is that something you guys feel like you were missing?
Oh, yeah, man. I was just like, a mouse would make this so much better.
So much better.
Mouse
I think-
for mouse
For the
what?
iPad.
Yeah, but my iPad is not going to support it.
Oh,
bummer.
yeah, you're right.
There's a high likelihood mine is
No,
not gonna
it
support
probably will. I think that's a pretty
Why
basic
do you
feature.
need mouse support on an iPad when it's touch screen?
So the interesting part,
I know
and
you
this
use it as a
feature,
second monitor.
yep. Now that's one of the features that I like. Granted, I mean I'm not using it, but
No.
you can definitely you can use your iPad now as as a second monitor for your MacBook.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
I
You know,
kind
drag
of
over.
like. I really kind of like that idea. I just don't see how it's going to be useful for me.
The cool thing that I saw was being able to use the Apple Pencil with that.
Yeah,
So you can use it as a drawing tool for
the MacBook.
For the MacBook.
Yep.
Which I'm hoping mine will support.
Yeah,
Because if it does,
ours better.
On the
Being the
draw-
2018 version, like they better not screw me out of that.
exactly.
And
Hey,
then
so I can get you a really good deal on a 2017.
Oh,
Thanks.
buddy.
I'm good. The other thing I did like is that now you can pin widgets to the home screen. So there's a couple there that I actually do use. That more and more, like I think year
Widgets.
after year with the updates to I guess now iPad OS, they're making it more like the MacBook. Kind of making it a little bit more powerful.
So how many years until you think they phase out the MacBook?
That's not for a long time. 8 to
saying.
10 years, I think,
mean,
before they phase out a
We
MacBook.
thought it was dumb to break up iTunes, and look where we're at.
Yeah.
So,
I still think it's dumb. Another one of the cool features that they added to HomePod is the handoff. So now if you're playing music on your phone, like in your car,
yeah.
when you step into your house, you can just hold your phone near the HomePod and it'll take the music that you were playing right where you were playing it and continue on. And it works the other way around, which I think is more useful. I
Right.
do play some music at home. You hold your phone
Okay,
nearby,
so-
take it to the car, keep going.
So here's where it would be more useful, though. If you were coming from your car, you enter into your home, it's playing.
Yep.
That would be nice. No, I got to walk over to it.
And so for some people, they have these in their living room. So,
For now.
it's not too far. Exactly. Like, I think that's one of those
For
things that can
now.
come down the road.
It would be great if my phone, when I leave the car and come back to the car, it remembers what I was listening to. But no, it'll start the song over again, or instead of playing the podcast, it will start the music player.
Okay. So why in the world does it always want to play the stupid music player constantly? That's all it wants to play, and sometimes I'll have to fight with it to play something
Do
else.
whatever. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it'll go and it'll start playing friggin' music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I'm.
And then I'll put on a podcast.
Yeah.
but then it'll cut out and it'll go back to
the
music.
music?
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, why won't you
Quiet.
stop?
Mine
Yeah.
is it's a toss up what it'll do. And like sometimes, so if I'm listening to music and I
Yeah.
see a video, the music will pause.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go to turn it up and the music starts again.
Really?
Yes. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm watching this video.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Dude,
Interessante.
Music.
it seriously acts like it's possessed. And it's one of the things that I wish Apple would fix.
Yeah.
Because I'm tempted to just pull all my music off my phone, which I don't have very much.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is like Game of Thrones rap. No
Wow.
joke.
I think we need a new segment that we need to talk about.
Sure.
Game of Thrones
Sure, why not?
rap.
Yeah.
I need more information about this.
Oh man, that's good.
Is it like Old Country Road, but with Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
No, it's
gonna
like,
take my. Oh,
It's such rappers like Common and singing about the ladder.
no.
Well, he's rapping. He's not singing.
I don't rap ever.
Yeah.
I rap
and
gifs.
then you have Dominic Ortega and Arya's Prayer. That's
I don't know who that is.
I don't know what he's saying. He's just saying words
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, but no, that's
These are just words hitting
that-
my ears.
that
head hurts.
that's actually one that I don't mind. I just downloaded it for free on iTunes,
On iTunes.
like
Was it-
2 or 3 years ago
Yeah.
'Cause it
Ortega
got-
makes salsa.
because it was free.
New York City.
Oh,
that's
So
basically.
you listen to that one U2 album
Yeah.
that they gave you?
I went in and made sure that I like removed that off of my profile.
No joke. That's still on my phone.
Is it?
It
Ooh,
is.
that
See,
hurts.
Will thinks it's off of his profile, but no, it's lurking.
No.
It's just waiting for the right update.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's just gonna slip it back in there. It's like,
yeah. So
Enjoy.
it plays that song "Every Breaking Wave"
Oh no.
quite a bit.
Ooh. My question for you, I guess this one's more for Marvin. Speaking of your car giving you an issue, Adam, you drive a Ford, so you've got Ford, whatever the Ford. What's their link?
Ford Play.
Car link.
Are you in the Ford Play?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Ford CarPlay.
Yeah, that. But Marvin does. You don't have CarPlay, but Marvin, you do, right?
I do. I have CarPlay and Android Auto.
And do you use CarPlay?
Yes.
So a couple big changes there is that now you can actually put two, I guess, applications side by side instead of just being stuck to one.
Gotcha.
Do you use it enough to where like you wish that you could have two up? Really?
No, because I'm focused on driving.
Yeah.
So-
You don't want to like be like, yo, man, can I see my text at the same time that I'm
Yeah.
driving?
yeah, and it doesn't like it reads your text,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's
she
not like
does.
just on the screen. No, it just reads it out loud.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
So what I actually have is Ford Sync,
That's what it's called. Sweet Jesus.
which I believe
I like
was
Ford Play more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what I
Missed
like
opportunity.
about it is that it used to be made by Microsoft,
Yeah, it was.
and now it's like a Palm OS or something like that.
Is it?
Mm.
It's-
I haven't
it's-
seen
it's-
what it looks
No,
like.
no, it's something like that. It's made from some kind of
Other
software.
software.
like that.
Interesting.
But you know what? It functions well.
Does what it needs to.
Yeah.
I can't blame you there.
So I'm fine with it.
AirPods are getting an update where now if you've got your AirPods in and you get a text message, you can set it so that way it'll automatically read you like whatever text messages come in, which is kind of cool. I hope it doesn't do that with my HomePod.
I will send you some of the nastiest text.
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, exactly. There I am
Yeah.
listening to Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Incoming message from Marvin. You mother. HomePod, stop.
It's like, hey, Will, your kid's there?
Yeah.
Hey, we'll listen to this.
No. But AirPods are getting audio sharing, which means that if I've got
Okay,
my
whoa,
AirPods and
hold
you've
on.
got your AirPods, we can listen to the same music on my phone.
Oh, wow.
Nice little thing, huh?
So
What's
check
up?
this out. Ford Sync. It was
Ford
originally by Windows. It was
Mhm, Microsoft
embedded
Sync.
Windows,
Mhm.
whatever. Now it is the QNX operating system from BlackBerry. It was
Really?
yeah, it was from BlackBerry. That's what I
Wow.
was trying to think.
They're
Not
still doing
RIM.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I remember they changed, they broke off from RIM, right? Isn't that what
Well,
it
they
was?
just changed the name.
That's all they were doing? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to remember. They didn't matter for quite a while.
Man, that BlackBerry Storm's going to come back.
No.
Full
No.
screen, that's a button.
Apple TV's a tool here, or a device here that we all have, right?
Yes.
Apple
Okay.
TV's getting multiple user profiles,
Okay.
which I'm a fan of. Do you use your Apple TV often?
Yeah.
You live in a household with multiple individuals, right?
Yes.
And Adam, you've got a Apple TV 4K, right?
I do.
I gotta
Mine's
get me one
also
of those.
4K.
Oh, did you get a 4K? Oh, that's right. You got to do
dude,
the.
what?
I forgot
Get 'em
about
on
this.
deal.
Man, you
Seriously?
guys fancy
Yeah.
pants. Shut up, boy.
Come on, man.
Sorry, I guess I'm the only one here without the 4K one.
Oh, look at you. It's like you have an old iPad.
He's the one with the whole iPhone.
Oh,
But you have a 4K.
It gets
Apple
it
TV,
gets
so you're
shifted
all right.
around. I've got the
Balances
HomePod
out.
to save
no,
me
no.
out.
Here's why it sucks to have old tech is because I got like a new MacBook,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
and
do.
I have a 4K Apple TV and a 2017 iPad that doesn't do crap.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I've got
And
the
a
newer
3D TV.
iPad. Yeah.
And
I
a
got the-
3D TV that is 4K.
I didn't realize they stopped making 3D TVs in 2016.
I didn't know it was that far, but I know they did stop. That's funny. Wow, 3 years already.
Mine was actually the last year, and
It's a relic of the past. People are like,
Dude.
what is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
Why is it coming at?
3D.
dude, man. When you see
Oh my God,
Jack
that's
the
good.
Giant Slayer in 3D,
Oh no!
it changes your life.
Wasn't
bet.
that what's his name? The singer, Brian Singer. Didn't he do that one?
Yeah. By the way, I've never seen that, and I do not own that.
Oh, okay,
I was
good.
just
I
joking.
thought you were going to. You had
no,
it.
no.
You've got multiple individuals living in your household as well. The idea of extra or user profiles sound good? I mean, it's tailored to you. So at that point, when you sign in, you know, the now watching or whatever, like all those shows queued up are now going to be specific to what you're watching on Netflix
Okay,
and HBO
so-
or whatever.
I'm gonna say it's nice, but I'm not gonna use it.
I'm not going to use it either because all the logins for the various things, you had to re-sign in on those.
Right.
It's a pain.
Are you sure about that?
I'm assuming.
I'm assuming so.
So
That's
yeah,
a pain in the
so
rumpus.
yeah, so Will.
Wait, live studio audience had a question. What was that?
Like if you're switching between.
If you're
like,
switching
we'll watch
between-
one show
Uh huh.
on my Netflix and be like, oh, let's go and watch Parks and Rec. We were last watching that on yours. So would you have to log out?
Exactly. It's like, which episode are we on? Well, we'll have to go switch profiles.
Switch profile.
Now, if we're using
if we're watching
like,
on
an
one
actual
profile, one
full
show.
different profile, it's like, okay, HBO logins, the
Well,
See, and that's what it is.
Amazon logins and
Is
all that.
all that.
Here's why.
But all that stuff gets pulled in from your phone.
Here's why it's useful. I mean, it's useful for like you, Will, because you have
Yes.
a family. You
You
have
have-
kids.
The kids can come in and
Associative
watch all that.
identity
Yeah,
disorder.
and that
So-
that stuff can get out of my now watching queue.
Full personality.
That
I'm
and
not
then,
watching the Emoji Movie
and
again.
And then people that
Allegedly.
probably have like multiple roommates and stuff.
Yeah,
You know, so it makes sense with that. It's like I have a roommate and I have my girlfriend, and it's not a big deal if
Yeah.
any one of them uses
Just
this
use the same
stuff
thing.
on the main profile. It's not an issue.
Yeah.
it's like Inception,
So
right?
you can
The
watch all
user
your really
profile.
weird stuff and not have anyone see that.
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah. And then now you'll be able to
Garbage Pail Kids.
sync your Xbox
Which,
controller.
by the way, I'm probably gonna wind up rewatching
Of
that.
course he
and
is.
it,
Buy Steelbook.
yeah, well, that may wind up on a 31 Nights of Frights because
Yes. 'Cause
those
it
things
scares
are
the crap out of
creepy
you.
as hell.
They
looking.
are.
Like they really are.
You can also sync your Xbox One and your PlayStation 4 controllers.
Which I'm a fan of.
I am too, because that means I don't have to go buying another remote, to try and play the games on there.
And it also means I'm gonna buy.
Did you just
a
call a
game
controller
now.
a remote?
Did I? Is it not called a remote?
No, it's not.
Close enough.
Just
man.
stop it.
I'm 36.
Stop it.
Dude, Marvin,
happens.
you don't call it a remote.
No, because that's not what it's called.
But it is a remote.
If it was a Nintendo Wii, it'd be a Wiimote.
Right.
Clicky thingy. The thing with the buttons, A, B, square, Y.
Will,
No wonder you have old tech.
it's definitely a. It's definitely a remote.
He doesn't know any better.
Quit making fun of my old tech.
I like how you say old tech and he's the one that takes the offense to it.
Exactly.
Keep saying old tech. I'm good.
I know,
I
right?
don't know. I'm just a little offended because of my old iPad.
Yeah, it's all right. Tell him he's got the third gen or third gen Apple Watch. Hit him back. He's got old tech.
So does
No, my
Oh yeah.
mine is a 2, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
he. So his is even older.
Oh my God.
Mine is a 2, and it's still
alive and kicking.
still holding tight.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like there's no real reason to upgrade.
No, there
Not-
isn't.
Says the guy on
not
the
really.
Watch 4.
Yeah.
I like the bigger screen. Whatever, man.
I mean, no joke. I mean, yours is a nice
that
watch.
2
It's that
millimeters,
screen.
man.
It's a
I mean,
it's that
it's
2
extra
millimeters.
screen
It
size.
makes a difference.
It's a
does,
really
it
nice
does.
screen. I like that it's flatter.
He
Yeah.
likes having the EKG.
Yeah.
He's like, what's my heart doing
I
today?
do, and I'm gonna start paying attention to what loud areas I'm in. I'm gonna be like, can everyone quiet down? My Apple Watch is
Exactly.
telling me that.
Check your menstrual cycles and all
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Problem with
I'm
it is
cramping.
I'm gonna go and get an Apple Watch 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah,
And then-
I'd hold out for the 5 at this
Yeah,
point.
no, but
Halfway through the
then I'm
year.
gonna go and I'm gonna say, what is my heart doing today? And I'm like, oh my god,
This
Like,
watch
this
is amazing.
awful.
I probably didn't want to know that.
Yeah.
30
So
seconds to death.
I've got a question for you guys. Do you guys ever just? Oh, actually, I can't ask you this question, Adam, because you got old tech.
Oh, wow.
You've got a cellular Apple Watch, right,
Yes.
Marvin? Okay, and you.
Yes.
I needed to get
I
that
found it in a
picture.
cave with a box of scraps.
So, because I was gonna add, the question was that how often do you? Oh, yeah, that's. I was looking at it wrong.
There you go.
How often do you actually use your Apple Watch without your phone nearby?
You'd actually be rather surprised.
Not that often?
If actually, it is more often than I thought it would,
Mm-hmm.
because I'll be out working on the car or doing something out there, and I'll just leave it inside,
Yep.
or I'll go on a run in the park, just leave it in the car,
Yep.
so I don't have the thing just bounce around in my pocket. or
Yeah,
have
that always
enough
used to
going
scare
on,
the crap
so,
out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, at work. And remember, Marvin and I used to work together. That was one of those things that I told you, right? That I was all like,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised at how often you can actually leave your phone behind now,
Yeah.
and how like useful the added cellular actually can be.
Yeah.
I love it. I still use it all the damn time.
$10 a month.
Yeah,
So that
totally worth it.
So that's why I'm not gonna upgrade to a cellular model.
Yeah,
I'm not paying that $10 a month.
it's so worth it,
Yeah.
man.
It's not.
It really
That
is.
means
though.
that's
It's
like
really
one less
not.
steelbook a month.
Yeah, that's true. That's half
He had
the
to
price
get
of
a
a steelbook.
normal,
Normal Blu-ray.
release.
Yeah.
It's
So-
it's just not
It's
happening.
not. No, it's not the same.
So they're doing a couple things here, right? And the reason why I asked is because now they're gonna open up their streaming APK to developers, which means that more apps now you'll actually be able to use just with the with your watch, not with your phone being nearby. And they've added the App Store directly onto the Apple Watch for WatchOS 6.
It's about time.
Yeah, and I think that's funny because I don't know if you guys remember, but maybe like a year or two ago, they started a lot of developers started removing support for the Apple Watch with their apps. And I think now with Apple going, hey, now let's make this a focus, the App Store on the Apple Watch and more APKs. It's more than just the streaming thing
Here-
available to them. I think it's going to make a lot more of the apps a lot more useful.
Here is the troubling thing behind that, though.
What's up?
It took them 4, now 5 watches
Yeah.
coming up for them to get to this point where, you know what? It's a little bit more than
Yeah.
just a simple toy or whatever they viewed it as at
Yeah.
one point.
No, you're right. I can agree with that.
It just kind of irritates me a tiny
These
bit.
gummies?
Do it.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
your
What,
mouth.
what are they like?
Wow.
Yeah.
You want fruit snacks too?
I don't, but where are they? Like,
Do it.
Where are those? Like cat in a hat or something?
Do it.
Are they getting that? I didn't
I
see any
don't know.
branding. Hasbro.
Oh,
Hasbro fruit snacks.
so I really need glasses.
Yeah. Oh, welcome
That's
to
why,
the club.
You know why? Because that 3D TV.
Yeah.
That old tech is destroying
Ruining
your
you.
eyes.
Old tech monster. But we joked a little bit
There
ago.
is nothing about this that says cat in a hat.
Live studio audience. I'm gonna pull you in if you got a second to ask about this last one here.
Marvin's gone, by the way.
You may have to actually, because you wear an Apple Watch, right? Live studio audience. She says she does. And this is one of those things that when they introduced it, the lady who introduced it goes, "This one's for all you ladies out there," and I was all like, "Says who? What if it's something I can use?" And then she goes, "Menstrual tracking," and I was all like, "Oh no, she's right. It's for all the ladies."
Let's not rule anything out. Okay, you never know.
Yeah, you're right. If I self-identify as having a period right now, does that count?
It's like, is there
that
blood
how
in
that
your
works?
stool?
No?
Oh, you might be going through your menstrual cycle.
That's true. Oh no. Is that a feature that is that one of those things that you never knew you always wanted? Was your watch to be able to track your cycle?
There's a lot of calendars.
She said there's a lot of calendars and planners and stuff. You're far away. I got to translate it for the listeners.
I track it, and a lot of people do track their cycles, so I think it would be useful.
So
Especially
useful.
if you're trying to have kids.
Gotcha. Okay.
I know people who are.
And the
Yeah.
app that will be doing that on the watch is actually now also independent, where you can download it for just the iPhone.
Yeah.
So I was just interested, curious, I should say.
How's my menstruation going today?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
my heart. Okay.
I'm a little meaner than usual.
My
It's
blood
heavy
rate.
flow.
Blood rate's good. Okay, cool.
So I wonder who at Apple thought this was a good idea.
Steve Jobs. They channeled him with a Ouija board.
I was gonna say they're
I wish I could track my period.
It was a Ouija board app.
No, I was just saying they were just tracking it. They were holding a séance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve, if there's anything you want to say it now. I wish I could track my cycle on my Apple Watch.
Yeah, and I'm still mad about the iPad Mini.
I was gonna
They
say
shafted me on that one.
I was gonna say that he would be mad about the size of the phones now.
Yeah,
Oh
Yep.
man, he would be so mad.
yeah. Tim Cook, what are you doing?
3.5 inches was the perfect size for an iPhone.
Everyone wants 3.5 inches. That's all they need.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. The basics.
Yeah.
Including Tim Cook.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, there goes our Apple sponsor.
We really are butchering any chance of
Man,
sponsorship.
We were gonna get those Mac Pros.
Spectrum.
Dude,
That's
it
not
was
even
a
funny.
joke.
It's not even funny.
You know what?
Why would you say so?
Hopefully Tim Cook can take a joke because I actually like the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need new tech.
He sounded very excited throughout this whole press
Really?
conference. Yeah. I was listening to it.
I was gonna say because he didn't sound very excited with the with all the talk of the iPhone 10s and 10s Max.
Yeah. Let's switch to iOS
True.
13. You're absolutely right, actually.
True.
This is the meat and bones of everything, or meat and potatoes. That's the one. Who wants a
Meat
bone in their
and
mouth?
bones?
Yeah. I'm tired, man.
It's like let's get the gristle and,
Yeah, let's get exactly.
and cartilage.
Yeah,
What in the world are we talking about?
eating the bone.
Why would you do such a
Really
thing?
digging in, man. You never seen anyone eat chicken like that?
Don't be wasteful.
No.
Exactly. iOS 13 comes with the all beautiful, finally dark mode.
Yes.
Yes. Swipe built into the keyboard. For those of you who read the lyrics while listening to the music, it's actually time synced. So as the song plays, the lyrics scroll. They sped up everything, and then this is one that I actually found pretty cool. So whenever you try and use any of your privacy settings on your phone, right, and you deny your location, you're denying the location using the GPS antenna, but the application could still use your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi
Yeah.
to ping your
Pinpoint you.
location. Yeah. And so with iOS 13 now, they're actually looking for that in the background as well, and they'll notify you that if an app is trying to do that and whether or not you want to allow it to do it.
Cool.
Which I think is actually pretty awesome.
Shut it down.
They said, a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of privacy stuff like that they've tweaked in the background.
Yeah.
If
but-
you authorize an app to use your location, you can do it just for the one time, as opposed to I think right now it's allow while using the app
Yeah.
or allow at all times.
Yeah.
But that's great and everything. But a lot of apps, I mean, if you take that feature off, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of takes away some of the functionality of a certain app or whatever.
Yeah,
sometimes,
you're right.
You know? So,
It can. I'm sure that'll impact quite a few.
so it's
people who
like,
use Grinder.
Yeah. Only this one time do I want them to know where I'm at.
Exactly.
Other than that, I'm in the
I
back.
was gonna make another Tim Cook joke,
Wow.
but I'm not going.
But you're
to.
not
Yeah.
trying to kill our $11,000 desktop possibilities
It would
here.
have been times 3. It would have been $33,000.
Yeah. Tim, I
Did we hook 'em all
apologize.
together?
I apologize to you on behalf of Adam. He didn't mean it.
He has old tech. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He had a little too much of that Froze Rose in his system.
I mean, maybe I'm a little irritated because my 2017 iPad did not use the Apple Pencil, and then I wouldn't be gunning for them and still continuing to buy their things.
Yeah.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. I'm definitely going to be on the beta for this. I'll let you guys know
Do that.
how much it ruins a bunch of apps. Traditionally, the Bank of America app
Yes.
never works with the betas.
Yes.
And so this is one where,
Dude.
a couple years ago, I didn't have Bank of America. And last year, I think, is when last year or the year before, I did switch. And it did work. But by the time I jumped in, I think it was on like beta, update 2 or whatever.
There was the Bank of America app, and it was for like I think the iPhone 6 Plus or whatever.
Oof, that was a long
And
time
well,
ago.
no, I was doing the beta because of you,
You're welcome.
and then I could access my banking on my phone
Whoops.
for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And it was like absolute hell because then I had to go to the desktop site, and I didn't know how to use it at that point
Bummer.
Yeah.
because I was so used to doing things on
Through the app.
on my phone.
And the app is so useful. Shout out to Bank of America, I guess.
It always
Thanks.
tells me when I'm signed out for inactivity.
Yeah.
I was like, no kidding.
Yeah,
Shout out
exactly.
to Bank of America for not having enough tellers in their banking centers.
I've never used their banking. It's just Carl.
Don't, dude. It is torture.
Yeah, I don't
Absolute
plan on it.
torture.
Mm,
Most locations have one teller now.
It's like Walmart.
that's terrible. That's
We're
true.
going after Bank of America and Walmart.
Yeah. Wow. Just
and-
continue
and
crapping on
Apple.
it, kind of.
Oh, I don't care about Walmart. They can whatever.
I mean,
Says
we're-
you, but then
I
you could
mean,
have had that all new HP Chromebook,
That HP
$180.
printer.
Yeah, but seriously, I don't know about you, but I only go to Target.
You
here,
only
up
go to
top.
Target?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm strictly Target
I
all the
avoid
time.
me and the live studio audience avoid Walmart at all costs.
Oh, really?
Dude,
Nice.
go in Target and you see that they have that dog with the bullseye on its face.
It's adorable.
Little
The
Spuds
American
McKenzie
Bull
with the
Terrier.
bulls with the bullseye.
As we're looking
Wishbone.
for Andy, the talking hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was all like, why does that sound familiar? I forgot that's what you texted him.
And I'm being sarcastic. I'm not a strictly Target person. But
I know.
I am limiting my Walmart trips nowadays.
Yeah, I try to, but Walmart grocery isn't too bad as long as you're not going late night. If you go
Man.
late night, you're screwed. It really is one register, and everybody that stays up way too late,
Nope.
who's got the munchies, is just all in there. And it's like,
Dude,
come on, man! I needed to pay for 2 items.
It's everybody in their pajamas and it annoys the hell out of me.
Yep,
Like,
Yep.
it really does.
smells like fish.
Like those neighborhood markets are just. I always have a weird experience whenever I'm in one of those. Yeah. Nope.
In Neiman Marcus, is that what
No,
you
the
said?
neighborhood market.
Oh, neighborhood
The
market.
one that's
yeah.
the grocery only one.
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are
yeah.
just weird.
Yeah, those are fun. So that's kind of all the Apple stuff for now. Let's talk about Godzilla. Godzilla was just released. I have not had a chance to. I'm actually going to see it tonight. I forgot. I have
I
tickets.
thought you were seeing it tomorrow.
9:30. No, I have it for tonight, and then tomorrow's my daughter's birthday.
Oh.
That's why we're recording.
I was
going
gonna go see Godzilla, but I saw Rocket Man instead.
Gotcha. So I got to squeeze that one in too.
But Godzilla is definitely on my radar. I want to see it.
This weekend, I've got a couple of them. Rocket Man that I'm going to go see. X-Men that I'm going to go see.
Is that this weekend?
And then there was another one. It's my weekend without my kids, so that's where I get to pack in all the adult stuff.
X-Men is definitely not on my radar.
I'm going to the fan event, the AMC whatever
that's
was able
where
to
you're
get me
man.
in. Yep.
Crap, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah. You probably
right.
can get in. It's an IMAX showing, and usually they give away something with it. So,
Can I have
so-
whatever you get?
So not
depending
to
on whether or
not
not
to
I
crap
like it,
on
because I've got my little Alita Battle Angel dangling in my car.
Yeah.
so not to crap on the fans, but
Yeah.
is there anybody really hyped for Dark Phoenix?
Sophie Turner is,
Oh, I know.
Listen,
and
She's-
that one Jonas brother is.
Dude,
her husband.
Yes.
It's funny you say it because
I love it.
Like,
I don't know how he
like
talks.
Instagram and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I always see her promoting it. She's the only one promoting that stupid movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is her now that I think about it. You're right.
She's the only one that I think
Yeah.
is promoting it.
Yeah. This
Because
is the
everyone
last.
knows it's done.
I was about to say that's it. This is the last one of that whole universe or whatever.
So did anybody hear the rumor?
What's the rumor?
Bruce Willis.
At
Oh, nice. Okay, good
the
job. We both
X-Men in the MCU that it would be Scarlet Witch that brings them. So it goes with what you were saying,
Yeah.
where she wiped
House
them
of
out of
M?
existence
Yeah.
already and stuff like that. So
Okay.
that's actually kind of interesting to
That
me.
is interesting if they do that.
I was listening to a podcast who said that they found a theory online where they were saying that because the snap happened, I think
Yeah.
3 times or whatever,
Yeah.
that the immense gamma radiation like thrown from that
Yeah.
started to create
The
mutants
mutations?
from that exactly from
cool.
that point on. Which I thought like, oh, okay, that's not a bad way to bring him into the universe either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, Godzilla, you got to see without giving any spoilers away. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you let them fight?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
I'd give it a solid 8.
Yeah.
If you're into giant monsters fighting.
Okay.
If you're not, it's probably not going to be a movie for you.
Okay.
So
All
then
right.
so it may not be entertaining for me.
Well, it all depends.
Fingers crossed.
Because, okay, what was one of your complaints about the original? The 2014 one?
2014, or I was gonna say the 2014,
Yeah. The 2014
or
one.
the Raymond Burr classic,
No.
or the 2008, or wait,
1998.
wait, 98. Excuse
No,
me.
the 2014 one.
Matthew Broderick classic.
Yay.
2014.
My
2014.
biggest irritation at that movie.
Hey.
My
Nick
biggest
Tatopoulos
irritation
helped take that guy down.
is for one, I didn't like the human characters.
Okay.
The movie was a bit silly with some of the plot
You're a
holes.
bit silly.
Okay.
And then the end. By the end of the movie, I didn't really care.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I mean, once we finally got that big battle between Godzilla and that thing from
The
Kong
Mutos?
Skull Island, whatever that thing was.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
right.
seriously, it looks like one of the things from Kong Skull Island in a way.
Yeah.
Well, what was your qualm that
next
you
year
had with it?
with
The 2014.
is that 2014?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not 2014's version. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
My bad.
He's
I was
Diesel.
looking at the top,
I was gonna
and I
say,
was thinking about the 2009 version? Oh, the one with Matthew Broderick.
1998. What?
That was 98.
No, I know
Yes.
it's great.
That was 98.
It was 98. Because
Wow.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just think
Puff
about
Daddy
it.
was like big, and he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
soundtrack.
did.
Yeah,
the song for
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Puff Daddy with Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Totally badass.
Oh, sure.
Guitars
so
for Led
with
Zeppelin.
that
with
one,
Puff Daddy.
there was a lot of stupidity in there where the hey, where is he? As they
Hey,
as they they're looking through the bunker, right?
Yeah.
And then they open up the door and there's this huge hole and they've been in communication the whole time with this chopper that's overhead that didn't at any point go, oh, hey guys, by the way, the monster's not inside.
There's a giant
it's
hole.
halfway to the city.
Yeah.
yeah.
It didn't just break through. And there was a bunch of moments like that where the trailers for the movie
And
I
Will,
thought
Yeah.
were awesome. I
But-
was excited.
by the way, like you just mentioned that part of that movie.
Yeah.
I never realized it until you said about it before, like when we all went to see it.
Yeah.
And you were crapping on the movie. And I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of little things like that that made me mad about it, where I was just all like, you know what, screw this. And then I was mad where like that one where they cut, they're like, I think you saw that Godzilla was about to fight something, and then
Yeah.
no, they showed you the aftermath in the
Yeah.
news, and I'm like, no, dude, like I came to watch this monster like
And that-
destroy things.
That is what you're gonna be getting.
So that was one of my
Pacific
complaints
Rim
too.
level.
I really don't like what was his name?
Bryan
The
Cranston?
Quicksilver.
no the dude that did Rogue One.
Poe Dameron?
The director. It's the same director.
Oh,
isn't
is it the same director?
I thought it was the same director as Rogue One. And the same guy that did Monsters. I absolutely,
oh,
I absolutely hated Monsters.
Godzilla
I thought that
2014
was the biggest
director.
waste of my time.
Godzilla 2014.
Monsters was a terrible movie, and I know you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it.
But I thought it was trash. Like straight
Gareth
waste
Edwards?
of.
there
Yeah.
it is.
It's the same guy, is it not? That did Monsters.
May 20th,
Did
1998.
Rogue One?
Did do Rogue
Godzilla.
One and Monsters? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Monsters. I don't know if people like it. By all means,
I did. But
keep watching it. But
those were my gripes with that.
Ugh.
You didn't get much of Godzilla and the destruction. And I've read a lot of reviews on this where it's saying like the monster and human time is like probably 50-50, but the monsters are there's some kaiju fighting going on.
I will tell you that
Everybody
there
wants
are.
kaiju fighting.
They fully embrace the fact that there are gigantic biofauna,
Yes.
and they just let it happen. And the plot kind of feels a little bit. The storytelling feels a little disjointed because
Okay.
it just feels like it's set up for the next monster fight, and I'm perfectly fine with that because that's what I came to watch.
Yeah.
I
Watching this in
I
Dolby.
still want to watch Shin Godzilla.
Which one was that one?
That one is one of the more recent Japanese movies.
And-
Oh, is that the one where they bring in all the other ones?
No.
and
that
oh,
was
okay.
like
But-
War of
but,
All Monsters or something.
But I heard it was
Yeah.
very gory.
It
at parts.
is, and Godzilla looks ridiculous.
2016.
Dude, I think he looks kind of cool. I like him better than the. Than
he
I
does.
do.
He's got all this red like bleeding out of
Yeah,
him, which
man,
is
look at him.
awkward.
Yeah.
No, but see, look, he's like ripped, like right there.
Yeah.
It's like ripped Godzilla.
This is ripped.
No.
Dude, he looks like he's been
no,
lifting.
that's Godzilla.
No, he's in a lot of leg days. I don't know about
Godzilla
lifting.
needs to go on a diet there.
Nah, man.
Sorry.
He's a little bottom
new
heavy.
Godzilla is awesome.
Well, so you would recommend then
I
watching
definitely
this
would.
in theaters, not
I-
just
Yeah, as long don't expect like really heavy storytelling.
okay.
If you're in it for the action and just some mindless fun and just if you know anything about the original monsters, they do a lot of callbacks. They do a lot of
Read
a lot
that,
of the
okay.
lore they kind of update to modern times and you just
Cool.
fully embrace and you're just because you remember watching the old movies, right?
Mhm.
It felt like there were guys in suits and
Yep.
they just slowed the film down to make it give it a little more gravity.
Yep.
No, this feels like they're gigantic monsters that are doing battle around you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. What did you watch this in any special format?
No, I unfortunately didn't because they didn't really have a lot of
Pure digital.
yeah, they didn't really have any of the Dolby and everything that I wanted to see
Gotcha,
at a decent time.
Gotcha. Okay.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Is it as good as Yongari, Monster from the Deep?
Yeah, much better. Much better.
Yeah. Good.
You're
Yeah.
you're kidding me because I've seen those before.
Oh,
That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but look at that eye, man.
Oh my god. So Godzilla came in number 1 for the weekend, of course. And out of the, I guess, new MonsterVerse,
Yeah.
which is Godzilla 2014,
Yeah.
King Kong, and now this had the lowest release out of all three.
Yeah.
And a lot of the reviews are saying that like this does just feel like set up for Godzilla versus Kong, which is coming next year.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's quick.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of setup for just
For
this
that?
universe.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
And that.
honestly, I'm probably more excited for that than
Godzilla
than
Kong?
this Godzilla movie. Yeah,
Okay.
because I actually like Kong Skull Island. I was watching a little bit of it last night.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, it was
You haven't
on-
seen it at all?
No.
Really?
Really,
Yeah, you should.
No.
dude.
It's enjoyable.
Marvin.
The other Kong just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. I was
Yeah.
just like, no,
So-
I'm good.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
Whoa, you didn't like that?
I didn't mind it, but I was just like, I just saw that one. Why do I need to watch this new one?
And it, yeah, because
He's a
really
savage compared
Kong
to that
Skull Island
Mm-hmm.
still feels like a remake of the old.
Does
King
it?
Yeah,
Kong
the classic.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Obviously,
agree with
he
that.
doesn't die though, because
Well, no.
yeah,
Beauty did not kill the beast at this point.
no, no. But can a king take down a god?
It's a beauty that killed the beast.
Good job.
Mm,
What it can
that-
Anyways,
that was my best Jack Black impression.
Was that what that was?
yeah, it was supposed to be that.
I thought he was right here. Holy crap! I didn't realize that was you.
yeah, you did. There's a bunch of trailers that came out. Ford versus Ferrari, Pixar's newest Onward,
Yeah.
Rambo: Last Blood, Apple TV Plus, whatever the hell their subscription service
Movie
is called.
based off of Apple TV.
Yeah,
Plus,
yeah. Series
ASP.
For All Mankind
Asp.
and Net Aspen Disp.
Yeah.
And Dark Crystal. What the heck's the full name for that show? Dark Crystal, the darkest
Did
of
you know
crystals.
they
The
remade
crystals,
that?
dark
No.
wise.
like this is a remake of that
Darky
crappy
dark,
movie
dark,
I just
dark,
showed you.
Terrible.
Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. That's what it is.
I
Or
love it.
this.
What the heck are you guys looking at now?
He's showing me Monsters for Younger,
More
the
oh
remake
my
and the
gosh.
original.
So there's the original, and there's the remake.
Wow.
It looks
It looks like
nothing-
Uzaru. A little bit, right?
Yeah, from the Dragon Ball Evolution movie.
Yeah. Everybody. Dragon Ball Evolution. Any of these trailers stand out for you? Any of the...
The Dark Crystal one I'm pretty excited for.
Yeah?
I had to rewatch the originals because it's been forever since I've seen it.
Originals? I thought
The
there was only
original.
one.
No,
Oh,
the
okay.
original.
I was about to say, there are
No.
2 of these things?
Yeah. What was it? It reminds you of The Land Before Time, right? Well,
Yeah, the Land Before Time. This way, Ducky.
Dude, Will, did you actually see that part in the trailer for the new one? Littlefoot is actually in
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He's like, I have a tree
Yeah.
star for you.
Yeah, he was in...
Just smoke it.
Wow. Wow, that's very 2019.
Yeah.
Dark Crystal, I liked that the characters are actual like Muppets.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was
They're
pretty
not
cool.
Muppets.
Isn't Jim Henson not Jim Henson, his son? Like isn't that who's behind this one?
It's Jim
No.
Henson's company.
I was gonna say Jim Henson is actually
He's
doing
still
it.
alive.
No, he's not. He's dead.
What?
Allegedly.
Okay, Will. What?
Allegedly, he's in the same place Tupac and Biggie are.
Okay,
Yeah.
Will.
What's up?
It was because of the what was that the Happy Time Murders or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Oh, I never got to see that.
Well, Jim Henson is actually in that, and you
Yeah.
find out that he's been in
He's the one
hiding
that's been
all this
murdered?
time.
Yeah.
Got it. So produced by the Jim Henson Company, and I thought it had something to do with like his son, but no.
He's waving at you.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
he's like, hey,
Hey Adam, hey,
Yeah.
hey, how are you?
hey, Godzilla.
I did
How's
like
it
the way
going?
that the puppets look. This actually takes place before the old movie.
I think so. It is a prequel.
Yep, it is a
Yeah.
prequel. And the voice cast is led by Taron Egerton, Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't know who that
I
is.
don't know.
Oh.
Natalie Emmanuel from Game of Thrones. And then it's got a whole bunch of other names. Oh, Mark Hamill voices one.
Is he one of the
Jason Isaacs, Keegan-Michael Key, Simon Pegg, Andy Samberg. Holy crap.
There's a lot of people.
Helena Bonham Carter. Yeah.
Is Sir
Natalie
Mix-a-Lot?
Dormer, Eddie Izzard, Theo James, Toby Jones, Mark Strong. What the hell?
That's a good photo.
It is. So it has Taron Egerton and Mark Strong. It has the Kingsman cast.
Yeah,
I
it
like
does. Oh, and it's Jim Henson's daughter, Lisa Henson.
Oh, how's it going, Lisa?
She's the executive producer.
Okay.
All right. I do like the fact that they went the whole
Yeah.
like Muppet style
Oh,
thing.
yeah. If they went like CG, I wouldn't be into it.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think it would be as interesting
No.
for it to come back and be like,
I-
weird to say,
What
but
was
anybody
that
could do
noise?
that.
That was an
I was
awesome
gonna
noise.
say
Yeah.
anybody
But,
anybody could do that.
I actually like the puppetry and stuff.
Yeah.
And I actually thought it was cool because that's one reason why I thought I was kind of excited about the Where the Wild Things Are movie.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
those are actually Jim
Big ol'
Henson
Yeah.
creations too, and I thought that was cool.
That's why I love the
Gotcha.
first Turtles movie.
Both
Yeah,
of them
but-
I liked.
I mean,
You like the darker.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Pizza.
Number 3 is always my favorite.
Yeah, that one is not by Jim Henson Studios.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Which one? The
No,
third one?
The third one
Yeah.
is not.
Good, because that movie was trash.
That's why all of they look different.
It was good.
You said that like you meant it. I don't like that.
I thought we were friends, Adam.
Yeah,
Why would you
yeah.
lie to my face?
I was about to say that's kind of messed up.
So
Godzilla's jaw just dropped because you're lying to him.
Let's get that. Oh, good job, Godzilla. Good
yeah.
job.
So honestly, the only one I really like is the first one and the animated one.
TMNT or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that more than I
Yeah.
thought. The one here that really stood out for me was that Ford versus Ferrari. It's one of those movies that like I knew was in production, like as they casted it and filmed
Yeah.
it or whatever, and I never added it to any of our discussions because I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then I saw the trailer for it, and you're like, oh, never mind. It actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies. Occasionally, and I don't know if you guys feel the same, but occasionally you'll watch a trailer and be like, that's a movie I didn't know that I would want to watch. Like, when you hear about a premise or about a cast or whatever, you don't care until all of a sudden you see a trailer for it and then go, oh, okay, well then yeah, maybe I will actually watch this. But that's one that I definitely am. Like, I'm looking forward to that.
That was John Wick for me.
Yeah.
So
When I first heard it, I was like, this looks ridiculous. And then I saw more about it. I was like, this is kind of awesome.
So, I mean, you're saying about Ford versus Ferrari. I don't doubt that it's going to be an entertaining movie. It looks entertaining from the trailer.
Yeah.
But director James Mangold, like, he has no style whatsoever. And that's why I swear to God, like, when I saw it, I wasn't kidding when I said,
You thought it was, what's his name?
Is this a Ron Howard movie?
Howard.
Because Ron Howard kind of doesn't have any style or substance to his direction either.
But he gave us Bryce Dallas Howard.
Is that something we should celebrate?
I don't know. I had that.
Congrats, Ron Howard. You had sex. So happy for you.
Yeah.
She-
And he
she's,
directed it.
And you know what?
I want you to lift your leg here. Okay.
I thought you were going to go the True Lies route.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
it again. Do it. Sexy.
I was just going to say she's in Rocket Man as well.
Oh, is she?
Which,
Yeah.
I really couldn't put my finger on. I'm like, who is she? And then I found out, I'm like, oh, it's Bryce Dallas Howard.
Ah,
All right.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Ron Howard.
Yeah, thanks, Ron. Or Mr. Howard,
Yeah.
however we're supposed to address you.
You know what? He should reward himself and buy another hat.
Yeah. Sure.
That was somebody else I made fun of tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Because
Ron-
Ron Howard wears hats all the time. Because
Gotcha.
he wants everybody to
so
not
just to
think-
make sure that we've got everything in check, right? And this will probably be in our trivia
Yeah.
for the episode. We have lost sponsorships from Apple.
Yeah.
Tim Cook, or because of Tim
Yeah,
Cook
because
jokes.
Tim
Gotcha.
Cook,
Yeah.
Now we've lost Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Who else
Yep.
did you make a jab at?
McDonald's.
No, it
No, it wasn't
I can't
McDonald's.
remember. We lost someone before the Apple one. I
We
can't
did.
remember.
It was Walmart.
Oh, that's right.
Walmart we didn't care about. There's another one.
Yeah.
There's
We did
another one
lose
that we
Walmart.
lost.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is there a
Man,
fourth?
I am on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch. I'll end up noting it as I'm listening. Anyways,
Exactly.
whatever. Let's go ahead and shift into, well, whatever, man. Onward is from Pixar. That looks kind of interesting that they're doing another original story, which I can appreciate.
Well, they said after Toy Story 4, they're going to focus on originals. So.
Thank God.
It's about
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
There's too many sequels.
Yeah.
I enjoyed, what was the other one?
Cars
Inside
2
Out,
was enough.
I think was their last.
Cars 2 was enough.
No,
yeah.
Coco.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Coco,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Which
I own that,
didn't
and I still haven't seen it.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah, I've heard it was good,
I
but
got a little emotional.
did you?
Yeah.
The family, the whole family aspect of it?
The losing a loved one. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
could see that. All right.
It hit me in the feels.
Yeah. That Inside Out got me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of that whole, like, understanding and loving yourself or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was going through a whole bunch of other things in my own
Yeah.
private life, and it was
Just
all
loving yourself too much.
like, yeah, exactly. I was all like, how many times are they going to arrest me in public?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just want to be me
yeah,
and
I'm
love
just
me.
trying to love me. Exactly. I'm writing my name.
I didn't tell
Um,
that kid to keep eye contact with me.
Oh no. No. Let's go ahead and switch here to our big one, the Aladdin review.
Okay.
So we'll go spoiler free at the beginning here, right? Just so that way we can kind of give our recommendations as to whether or not they should go see this, right? So do I really have to actually read the Aladdin synopsis?
Yes, because people might not know who Aladdin is.
Aladdin what year is this? 2019. There it is.
2019.
Aladdin is oh my gosh, there's so much here. Aladdin is a 2019 musical fantasy film directed by Guy Ritchie. The plot follows Aladdin, a street urchin, as he falls in love with Princess Jasmine,
He's a street rat.
befriends a wish-granting genie, and battles the
say-
wicked Jafar.
I was going to say
Riff rat.
he befriends
Street
Will Smith
rat.
in a cave.
I don't.
By that,
Rat.
if only they
befriends
look
Will Smith in a
closer.
cage.
Yeah, exactly.
Cave.
With a box of scraps.
Yeah.
In a cage.
In a
Yeah,
cage.
in a cage.
Wow.
Wow.
This turned into something
Wow.
else entirely.
I know. It doesn't sound good.
No.
No. Godzilla's jaw still drops.
Yeah. Aladdin Roots.
Your name's Toby.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's Will Smith. It's Toby.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The combo nobody asked for.
Exactly.
What if Will Smith plays Geordie LaForge in Picard?
That would be terrible. It would be terrible. Terrible. Oh my God. Anyways, so what'd you guys think? Spoiler free, right? What did you think of the movie? Would you recommend it?
It was actually better than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I wasn't disappointed. I'd give it a solid 6.
Okay. 6 out of 10.
Yeah. It's funny. Me and the live studio audience, we watched it. We were both a little more impressed. There was one part where I just kind of rolled my eyes, and I think live studio audience did also.
No? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
I was like,
Then we came home and watched the original.
Gotcha.
Like,
nice.
Yeah, I like the original a lot more.
Yeah. An hour and a half compared to 2 hours and what, like 9 minutes?
Yeah.
Good God.
There's a couple things like, okay, I can see why they did this,
Yeah.
but yeah, I still think the original. Will Smith can't sing.
Yeah.
I like his portrayal of Genie. I didn't mind.
Okay.
He kind of made it his own. He was still Will Smith, but he wasn't trying to ape Robin Williams too much.
No.
He was over the top, and you know how Genie is. So I was like, okay, that's cool. He just kind of did his version of it.
Okay.
His Never Had a Friend Like Me wasn't bad, but when he was trying to sing Ali Ababa, that was not good.
We'll get into that. Adam, takeaways.
It was not bad.
Okay.
I think I'm kind of with Marvin. That's like that 6.5.
Yeah.
Better than what I thought it would be.
Okay.
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
The bar was low.
Yeah. It really wasn't anything great, but it didn't look as cheap as what I thought it was gonna look like.
Yeah. I was thinking like an ABC like made for TV movie.
Right. Like
Yeah, some of the trailers they
like,
look.
like almost like out of context, the scenes look cheap, but
Yeah.
after watching the entire movie, it didn't look bad. I thought it.
Yeah.
I thought the singing looked awkward at first. Like it didn't look good
Yeah.
matched up to the action and the people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't look right, but that kind of improved later.
Okay.
I mean, the biggest thing here is the Will Smith Genie, and he wasn't bad.
And would you guys recommend a theater watch or just wait till it comes
I'd wait till
mean-
it comes out. I wouldn't unless you have A-list.
on demand?
Yeah, it's not something to run out and go see. It
Yeah.
wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It just kind of was.
Gotcha.
It existed.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Um,
I think because we had such low expectations, that's why.
It helped it out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of things that fell flat in the movie. I
Yeah.
was saying
Like
about
Will Smith
earlier.
singing.
Yep. I
You're-
said that in
you're-
my head.
You,
the same thing.
you are right with his singing. Like it just
doesn't work.
it wasn't right.
He's a rapper. He's not a singer.
Yeah, it just wasn't right. I don't know if he needed vocal coaches or what,
Something.
Someone else entirely.
but
to sing
but he
his
was
part
but
for
he was
him.
like way off key. And
He was. It was. Yeah.
It was very
Yeah.
monotone.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy this.
He
There was
didn't
a
have
couple.
the Broadway flair. that
No,
Broadway was
exactly. There was a lot of this. A lot of the movie that just fell flat for me. The singing really did kill it for me, though.
like. Yeah.
And unfortunately, Will Smith was just so monotone with the way he was singing a lot of it.
Even the guy that played Aladdin.
Yeah.
That one Puerto Rican guy. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
His singing was not good.
No,
either.
and the little bits that I heard of like their singing, like Aladdin and Jasmine's or whatever in the trailers, I didn't think sounded too bad, but I noticed that the arrangement was a little different than the way it was actually sung in the
I
film.
think A Whole New World wasn't bad.
And
But
that's the thing
that's what I'm picking out though.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't think it was that bad.
I didn't think his singing was that good. Like
Yeah.
I really think that the scene should have had that that Broadway like way
Yeah,
of
and
singing.
that's
A little
what
bit
it
more.
was
And-
missing
and-
was a lot
and-
of
Yeah.
that.
playing
and-
it up.
and I
Yeah.
didn't get that, and
Nope.
so I was kind of like judging him, like, "Huh, the singing kind of
'Cause
sucks."
The original, the mental comparison that can't be helped.
Right.
Yeah. So,
But then again, I'm comparing it to the one I've been hearing on the soft rock radio stations. I mean, for years too.
I haven't heard it on a soft rock station.
There is a whole new world. That's one of the Disney songs that made a crossover.
I know the original Peebo Bryson.
Peebo
Yeah.
Bryson,
Yeah.
that's right. I agree with you guys though. Or I guess with you, Marvin. That
Yeah.
wait till this thing's like on a streaming service of
Yeah.
whatever. You don't have to go watch this thing.
Definitely not.
If you've got an
DSP.
AMCA list,
DSP.
then go ahead. Yeah,
you
exactly.
know it's gonna be there.
Yep. Let's we're gonna jump into some spoilers here. I mean, if you've seen the original, you'll know a lot of the stuff here, but there are a couple changes
Yeah.
that we'll
It's
jump
exactly the same, Will.
into. Yeah.
Shot for shot.
An extra 40 minutes of footage. Definitely not.
It's just B-roll, man.
But for those of you that are jumping out now, thank you so much for listening. Remember to leave us a review. We definitely, that stuff gets us out there. So comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Head over to inouronestopinion.com for all of the links. Let's jump into the spoilers, right? So again, you've been warned. Shall we?
Yeah.
I didn't mind the idea that she was going to be Sultan. Like when they hinted that on like very early in her introduction. She was all like, I should, like I know what the people want.
I did not like.
And the moment she said that, I was all like, oh, okay, she's going to be the Sultan at the end of this.
They
Got it.
spent way too much time hand holding with some of that stuff. They should have just kind of let it happen and not be like, I'm going to rule this one day.
Yeah.
Well, now that's definitely going to happen.
I think the one line was enough at the beginning. I think it was the like 15 that came after that I didn't quite need, because she did say quite a few times that she knew the people of Agrabah more than anyone else. And I was like, calm down, girl. We get it.
That's where the updating is a little, I really hate to say it, heavy-handed.
Yeah. Heavy-handed is one of the...
I mean, it's one of those things I didn't want to use that way to describe it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what it is. Be fair as far as, reviewing the film. It was... I appreciated the sets, sure, right? In the same way that I didn't enjoy Beauty and the Beast, but I did like how much money they spent on like the production of it. But I think that was better here.
But it really?
Yeah, because
I
Beauty and the Beast
you.
felt like it was like a smaller scale like set. And so when she went from,
I mean, it didn't look terrible.
This didn't feel as small. Like it felt cramped in Beauty and the Beast to me.
Like when you see the 1992 Agrabah, that looks like a big sprawling city and
No,
everything.
yeah.
This one didn't feel like that.
No, but it
felt like a small.
For me, compared to Beauty and the Beast,
maybe that's one of my issues with the singing is because it looked like stage sets in a way.
Yeah,
I mean it didn't look cheap, but it didn't look great either.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that I think these films overall for me have been lacking. Is that I always feel like there's something missing, and then they're putting in extra that they didn't need to. Yeah. This movie didn't need an additional 40 minutes of like footage.
It didn't need a love story for Genie.
No, not at all. And did you guys know early on that that's what that was going to be?
I had a feeling that's
because they didn't show her face, right?
No.
And so when they didn't show her face, I was all like, so I wonder what the reveal is going to be there. But it never clicked for me that like Genie's going to end up with this girl at the end of this thing.
She annoyed me so much throughout the whole movie. So.
And for those who don't know, we're talking about Princess Jasmine's handmaiden. Yeah.
Dahlia.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Dahlia.
Dahlia. There we go.
Her comedic timing was not there.
She was on SNL.
Yeah.
Is she?
She was. Yeah.
I don't know,
back
because,
on, like,
because
2014.
because everybody's cracking up, and that comedic timing that she was doing.
Yeah, that was SNL.
Doesn't surprise me that she was on SNL, because that's SNL style way of doing things.
Yep.
But people were dying of laughter, dude.
Yeah. I didn't mind so much. Like you guys were saying,
funny.
Will Smith as Genie didn't bug me so much. The CG was off though, still with him.
It wasn't as bad as the trailer.
You're right, but
it was.
It still missed the mark. Like watching him move around more, I was like, oh, it's still just, it's his face that doesn't look like it sets right as he moves around and stuff. And but I did appreciate some of the little jokes. I think we said this in text. Alan Tudyk was completely wasted in this.
Wasted.
Alan Tudyk was the voice of Iago.
He was so drunk.
Yeah.
He was so wasted.
Yeah.
Gosh, for the uninitiated, Alan Tudyk was in what was the name of the show? He was in Rogue One.
He was also in Firefly.
That's what I'm
Dodgeball.
So he was in Dodgeball, Patch Adams, 28 Days, A Knight's Tale, iRobot, Serenity the film, Knocked Up. Holy crap, I didn't know he was in Knocked Up.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he is. And he's a good actor.
Yeah.
I think he's a good actor, a good voice actor as well. I think he was the voice in iRobot, right? Oh no, he did the mocap as well. But it's one of those actors that it could have literally been anyone that did the voice.
It really could have.
Because there was nothing there to hint that it was him, and then nothing there that was like exceptionally funny.
No.
He repeated a couple little things and done.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. What was I going to ask? I didn't like the guy who played Jafar. That was the other thing. He wasn't menacing to me
No.
at all.
He's just more
No.
annoying.
Yeah.
He's like, you're just an inconvenience.
Yeah.
That's all you are.
Yeah. I was like, no, this guy didn't sell to me that he was like plotting this whatever.
Yeah, drunk with power.
Yeah, not at all. Not. So I mean, at the end of it, that's why I'm like, you know what? This could have waited. I could have streamed this at some point, and that would have been okay.
Yes.
I hope that The Lion King does a better job.
I think it has a better cast.
I think it
Little
does
more
have a much better
pedigree.
cast. Yeah.
And I think because it's not real people, it
Yeah.
might help them out.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Guy Ritchie directed this. I think this is another one that kind of missed the mark for him. Guy Ritchie's been kind of like on a downward slump. I think before this, he
really?
did King Arthur,
Yeah, but I mean, I
which
don't.
wasn't that great.
He's proven that he's never gonna make a movie
Like
that
Sherlock.
Well, no, he's not gonna make a movie that's like terribly bad, and never have a job because he's made some crappy films.
See, that's what I don't think. I mean, I like the
enjoyed
Sherlock
Shoot 'em
Holmes. The Sherlock Holmes movie. Did he do Shoot 'em
I
Up?
think he did shoot him up.
He did Rock and Rolla. He did Lock, Stock. He did Snatch. I mean, these are all fairly entertaining films. I didn't realize he did The Man from U.N.C.L.E. That wasn't all that
enjoyed
great.
movie.
It was all right. But I'm surprised. I feel like after Sherlock Holmes, he's kind of gone downward because after Sherlock Holmes came Man from U.N.C.L.E., then after that,
this was his
swept away.
Dude, that was his movie that people said it was like one of the worst things ever.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
I
think
never
was
watched that.
thinking Rock and Roll
and
with
and,
Shoot 'em
and
Up.
yet and
With
yet
yeah.
no and yet swept away. He came back with Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Sherlock Holmes was
And,
entertaining.
I mean, he had
Those two did good.
he had Revolver, which I didn't see. It's a Statham movie. I mean, Rock and Rolla.
Rock and Roll, I
Again-
totally enjoyed.
Again, it wasn't really in theaters much. I mean, it was in
Yep.
like a week or two.
And then gone.
But yeah, he's kind of I don't know. He's never gonna go away.
Well, no, you're right. You're right, and especially knowing that Robert Downey Jr. confirmed that they're doing another Sherlock Holmes. I'm fairly certain they'll bring him back for that. So,
Sure.
Rock and Rolla didn't get a sequel because he went off to go do Sherlock Holmes. So,
Yeah.
yep. So, with that being said, I think you guys kind of get the gist, man. Aladdin, wait till it's streaming. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch it at a second run theater where you can see it for $3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that, I almost feel like that's
You
too
know what?
much.
Just watch the 1992 version when it comes out of the vault.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
The vault. That
Yeah.
thing's dead as of November. Disney, you monsters.
Just wait till that vault's open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And it stays open. That is all we've got for you. How long have we had them?
Hour and 21.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Let us know what you guys thought of Aladdin if you did watch it. Remember, you can do that at inouronestopinion.com. That gives you the links for our Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all of our personal Twitter accounts as well. I'm Will. You can always hit me up at Krypton's Will on Twitter.
You hit me up at the Artful Gent on Twitter.
You can find me on Twitter as well at Adam_analyzes.
Yeah, and you recently dropped another episode over at adamanalyzes.com. Sweet Jesus.
We did do a drop, yes.
Yeah.
It was I mean, the original title for our episode, Operation Dumbo Drop. But
Wow.
Yeah.
just throwing out obscure Danny Glover films.
Yeah,
Godzilla's
yeah.
mouth is still dropped.
Yeah, Operation Dumbo. That's good. We
Yeah.
should
What
watch
was
that.
that? Ray Liotta?
That
Was in it
Predator.
too?
Predator 2 is like the
Oh,
same
he
movie.
was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Predator. I watched Predator, the Predator, the most recent one
Yeah,
again.
I think it's The Predator.
The Predator. I watched that on HBO.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. That movie's still funny to me.
I need to
That's
watch it.
that's
I
the
only
one
saw
with
part of
that's the one with Bryan Singer, right?
Oh,
Oh man,
Oh,
I'm just full of
no.
it.
oh, that's another sponsorship that I'm glad we're not getting.
Yeah, yeah.
So, anyways, guys, thanks so much for listening. You guys are awesome. Keep an ear out next week. Marvin's actually headed out of the country,
Yeah.
and by out of the country, I mean out of the state.
Out of the country.
France, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
France,
Get a baguette.
France, Oregon, the fanciest part of Oregon.
Exactly.
You got to make sure you make a lot of Oregon Trail jokes while you're out there. make a lot of people mad.
It's like, is this where I get dysentery?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Yeah.
And we'll get you a badge or a pin or something. You
Nice.
should definitely take with you.
I like
Dude,
it.
always remember, forge the river.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think, is that the name of the episode? Forge the River.
I think so.
There it is.
Forge
And
the
that's the name
River.
of it. Forge the River.
Exactly. Let them fight.
Forge the River. Let them fight. All right, there it is. I'm out. Have a
right.
great night, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
All right, good night.
Cheers. Let them fight.